So here's how I solve main idea questions. You've probably seen or heard of some people with insanely high SAT reading and writing scores, and the reason they do, and you might not, is because they think differently. They naturally understand ideas and details in a simple way. The way you could do this too is by trying to visualize what you read and try to recall and summarize each sentence as you're reading to become like those students. Let's look at an example. NASA's Cassini probe has detected an unusual wobble in the rotation of Mimas, Saturn's smallest moon. Stop. This sentence probably just went over your head. The way to remember this sentence and understand is to visualize the text as you're reading it and try to summarize what you read without looking at it. Let's try that now. NASA's Cassini probe has detected an unusual wobble in the rotation of Mimas, Saturn's smallest moon. So now in your mind you're probably imagining a Cassini spacecraft, or just like any spacecraft, like for example this one. And you're also probably imagining the moon. So now you have visualized all these details. So NASA's probe detected some unusual wobble in the Mimas. As you can see, the sentence is now stuck in your head. Let's move on to the next sentences. Using a computer model to study Mimas' gravitational interactions with Saturn and tidal forces, geophysicist Elisa Rodin and colleagues have proposed that this wobble could be due to a liquid ocean moving beneath the moon's icy surface. So other moons might also have this ocean. Now, which choice best states the main idea of the text? Now that we have read the entire text, imagine someone asking you, what did they want you to understand, or what was the entire message? You could say that the message was that the wobble in Mimas, the moon, could be because of an ocean below the surface of the moon, and this ocean could also be in other moons. Which choice best states the main idea of the text? A. Rodin and colleagues were the first to confirm that several of Saturn's moons contain hidden oceans. This choice does not match our message, since scientists and researchers were not able to confirm that several of Saturn's moons contain hidden oceans. So this is not true. Choice B. Research has failed to identify signs that there is an ocean hidden beneath the surface of Mimas. No, but research did identify some signs that there is an ocean hidden beneath the surface of Mimas. So this is also wrong. Choice C. Rodin and colleagues created a new computer model that identifies moons with hidden oceans without needing to analyze the moon's rotation. This is completely off topic and it's not what has been mentioned in the text. D. Research has revealed that an oddity in the rotation of Mimas could be explained by an ocean hidden beneath its surface. This is similar to our summary, since there is a wobble which could technically be explained by an ocean below the surface of Mimas. Alright, so here's another example. Biologists have predicted that birds' feather structures vary with habitat temperature, but this hadn't been tested in mountain environments. So birds' feather structures may vary with temperature. This means that when the feathers of the birds they're higher, the temperature also could be higher. Birds' feather structures may vary with temperature, so maybe when temperatures are higher, the feather structure may be different. Ornithologist Sahas Barv studied feathers from 249 songbird species inhabiting different elevations and thus experiencing different temperatures in the Himalaya mountains. So scientists studied feathers of 249 songbird species that live at different heights, therefore experiencing different temperatures in the Himalaya mountains. Scientists studied feathers of 249 songbird species that live at different heights, therefore experiencing different temperatures in the Himalaya mountains. He found that feathers of high elevation species not only have a greater proportion of warming downy sections to flat and smooth sections than do feathers of low elevation species, but high elevation species feathers also tend to be longer, providing a thicker layer of insulation. So this means that high elevation birds are warmer and the feathers are also longer. So for example, we can imagine or picture that the feathers of that bird might be longer than the feathers of a bird that's in a lower elevation. Now that we've read the entire text, why did they give us this text? What did they want us to understand, or what was the entire message? The entire message was, a scientist found that high elevation birds are warmer and have feathers that are longer than low elevation birds. Which choice best states the main idea of the text? A. Barf's investigation shows that some species of Himalayan songbirds have evolved feathers that better regulate body temperature than do the feathers of other species, contradicting previous predictions. Barf's study isn't said to contradict previous predictions. In fact, the study supports the prediction that birds' feather structures vary with temperature. So this is wrong. Choice B. Barf found an association between habitat temperature and feather structure among Himalayan songbirds, lending new support to a general prediction. So Barf did find an association between habitat temperature and feather structure among Himalayan songbirds, which supported the prediction. So this is correct. Let's check the other choices to double check whether or not our answer is 100% correct. Choice C. Barf discovered that songbirds have adapted to their environment by growing feathers without flat and smooth sections, complicating an earlier hypothesis. The study did not complicate the earlier hypothesis. In fact, it supports the idea that birds' feather structures may vary with habitat temperature. This is wrong. Choice D. The results of Barf's study suggest that the ability of birds to withstand cold temperatures is determined more strongly by feather length than feather structure, challenging an established belief. That is not true. It is not an established belief. It's a prediction, and the study supports that prediction. Thank you all for watching this video, and I hope to see you on the next one.